Alrighty, hello everybody. I'm Justin Wiedenbeck, and today we're going to be talking about fire safety, fire protection, what type of equipment you can use, and also fire prevention. What are some safety precautions you can, sort of take in preventing all the fires in the construction setting. So all the construction rules that OSHA applies, I guess puts out there, they can be found in section 1926. And some of the things that they cover in this section include, as I was saying, fire protection, fire prevention, what type of equipment you can use, flammable and consumable liquids, what will start on fire and is dangerous, and how they should be labeled, everything like that. They also cover LP gas, otherwise known as propane, and also they cover temporary heating devices, and what precautions you should take with those, such as like a space heater, or anything else like that. So as we all know, fires are very dangerous, and there's three things required in order to kind of start a fire. Fire needs heat or an ignition source, which can be like a butt of a cigarette, say you're smoking on the job site. It also requires fuel. So say there's a little bit of gasoline that you guys are using, and it also requires oxygen, which is pretty much always going to be there. So fires can start as simple as you dropping your butt of a cigarette into this little pile of, or little puddle of gasoline on the ground, and then you could have a fire right there. So that's something to kind of be careful of, know your surroundings, that type of stuff. Fires can be classified. There's 5 classifications for the fires that OSHA gives us. They're A, B, C, D, and K. Class A is your ordinary consumable fire, paper, plastics, wood, things like that, just materials. Clothing is one of them. Class B is actually your flammable liquids, and this would be these liquids should be marked with a flammable sign, and this includes your gases, your oils, things like that. Class C involves any fire with electrical equipment. Say like a circuit box or a breaker box starts on fire. This would be a Class C fire. Class D involves metal, anything ending in the word as they say it, so like aluminum, magnesium, sodium, all these things. And Class K is your involving cooking oils, animal or vegetable oils, or fats or things like that. Those would be like your standard grease fires or things that you typically would see in a kitchen. There are many methods of fire prevention, many tools you can use that are given to us, and that are required on some job sites, like fire extinguishers, for example. You could use some dry chemicals, also foam, some fire preventing foam, which is especially used for Class B flammable liquid fires. You can also use water, obviously. This works especially well and pretty much only for Class A fires, your typical paper, plastics, wood type fires. And then one of them that you could use for Class K is potassium acetate. This one is more expensive. It's kind of like a fire extinguisher, but it's typically involved for oils and fat type fires. There's lots of things you can do to prevent the fires. There's always escape ladders. Say you're working on a taller building, there should be escape ladders outside the windows. And some of those buildings, I shouldn't say all of them, and these are very helpful to use. Fire blankets are also another thing. Smaller fires, don't let any oxygen get to them, or you can use them as a shield. Say a fire started and ignited and it got everywhere right away, you can use that blanket as a shield and get out of there and hopefully be safe. So that's the main thing we want. We just want everyone to be safe. That's why we're having this little fire prevention survey. Obviously, always be aware of your surroundings. Fire extinguishers, obviously, required pretty much on every construction job site, and in every construction office. I think just in every general office, you should have a fire extinguisher. And there's a standard procedure on how to use these. It's called a pass procedure. P, you pull out the pin of the extinguisher. A, you aim it at the fire. S, you squeeze the handle, and the next S is you sweep the fire going side to side, kind of like a motion like this. That's typically how they want you to use that extinguisher to ensure that you're getting the most out of that and putting that fire out. So yeah, That's just what I wanted to cover with everyone today. Kind of prevention and protection from fire, and what to look for, what could start a fire, what kind of fire will it be, and what you could use to, what specific material you could use to kind of put that fire out, or ensure your safety. Because as you know, that's what we care about here on the job sites. Just your safety is what the number one priority all the time. So have a nice day, everybody.